Hello everybody. Today we're going to take a look at a 4-square household block plane. I believe it's the number 1120. I found this one in all around excellent condition. All I had to do was clean it up a little bit. So here's a look at the parts. The sides of the 4-square are painted. At least that's how it was described in my book, painted, not japanned. And it is thinner than the Japanning, noticeably thinner. So that's a look at all the sides. The 4-square, it's the first one I've ever had. And I've had hundreds and hundreds of planes. Block planes, I've probably got a couple hundred sitting in a box, and none of them are a 4-square. So I think it must be fairly uncommon, or I just haven't come across them. Let's put this one together. Doesn't she look beautiful? This is the early sweetheart version of the 4-square plane. It was the first 4-square household block plane that was made. And I would venture to say that having been made in the 1920s, there's not too many of them around that look as good as this one does. That thin paint that they put on it doesn't show hardly any signs of wear. The left side has a little bit thinning right in the middle. You can see that streak going across there. But other than that, this one, it must not have had a whole lot of use. It must have gone to a household that the handyman wasn't all that handy. The later model of the 4-square didn't have that depth adjustment knob on it. It went to a cheaper version that you just adjusted it by hand. So with all that said, there's nothing left to do but give this one a test drive. And what better to test it on than a 1-inch piece of walnut? See how she does. Piling up the shavings just like a big plane. Look at that. I think that's good enough. Made lots of shavings. A very nice plane to use. My first 4-square is done, and like everything else that Stanley made, excellent performer. For a household plane, I think it works just about as good as any plane I've ever used. The biggest difference would be the thin Japanning on it. Other than that, it's an excellent plane. Hope you enjoyed the video. Time to move on to the next one. Bye. It's time for supper.